Good morning. It's Thirsty Thursday or Wild Thursday. You take a pick. It's already both Wild and Thirsty Thursday. So, yeah, today we're going to be definitely talking about something that I have not pretty much talked about in a while, which is the breakdown. So, it looks like we are distributing to the downside. Will you look at that? The Bears have managed to pull off one breakdown so far, if it doesn't end in another giant trap to the downside. But for now, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's say that this thing is breaking down. So that tells me two things. If we really are breaking down, one, we are definitely going to pump or push, and we are going to get denied at resistances. It's that plain and simple. So today becomes a bit more of a balanced game, I would say. If truthfully, we are breaking down. Now, of course, we are not 100% certain yet because honestly, I think sometimes that, these breakdowns like this, we could easily just pump and turn this day green and rally. Yes, I'm that kind of guy that's like always skeptical of these breakdowns because it's the very first one. You know what I mean? It's like you gotta kind of question the first one. I'm not all entirely excited yet, but it can work. Like those resistances at the top can definitely work. And on the daily perspective, well, we got some potential to break down here. Let me show you the daily. The daily will kind of paint you a little bit of a better picture. So that's the daily chart. I want you to at least remember that you got to get your analysis, your perspective from a big time frame. Like on a 2 minute time frame, you're never gonna really see that. You're only gonna see the candles basically, print lower and higher, but you're not really gonna get a whole overall big perspective of trend. I like the hourly and the daily. I've been using the daily a lot more just because it kind of gives me, I mean, one of the biggest pictures of the market in general, right? That's a daily chart. And I like the weekly just to kind of skim through it at the end of the week to see how we've closed that particular week. So, I mean, we had this bull flag kind of shaping up here, which is the one I was talking about pretty much all of last week. 13 days congesting and consolidating in here. If we are distributing to the downside, this is merely the beginning of this distribution. I do not think that that's just going to be, this is it kind of thing. Like we're not going to pump back up. No, when we distribute out of a 13-day congestion range zone, we're gonna be pretty aggressive to the selling or the pump, one or the other. Right now, that's what I'm saying. It's a very unique picture. We are to the downside, so we are leaving a gap all the way at 458.45. That's worth noting as well. Let's see if I got something. So yesterday on my plan on the Discord, I did talk about this 06, 08 better trying some longs down there after a trap, obviously. Try longs directly. I was not awake for this time. I wasn't watching my charts. But, I mean, we got the trap to the downside. I could have been long from down there probably already. But that's life. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. We'll see if it can hold, though. But we want to be careful right now. We are breaking down. That level can easily waterfall now after this kind of test here. But I want to show you this. So I was talking about yesterday, which I sent out this message at the time, 4:46, about trying some longs directly of 06, 08 better, which is where I liked that long area better down here, which is where we're kind of right now bouncing around, getting stuck at. You can clearly see here on a 2 minute chart. And again, I'm not trying to show you this to like, I mean, we went below there. You know what I mean? It's not like I got it down to the T, but rather it's a zone, an idea, right? Where I'm looking for a long here. We got kind of like this liquidity grab, which kind of lasted a while. But once the idea is simple, once we pop back above that 08, and look at that, it's just been trending upwards since then. We got 08, a back test of 08, and then we continue going up. And this is what I mean by it's so important for you to basically analyze the market the day before so that, you have your levels plotted. You have a game plan going into today. And I mean, it's so 06, 08 was kind of where the bleeding stopped. It's a major level. And then you might wonder, well, where did where did that level come from, right? And the answer is always going to be a simple one. You need to look at big time frames. You cannot look at a 2 minute time frame and come up with certain levels like this. Look at 06, 08. That was going to be just slightly above all these candles right here from these days. Look at that. I'm even going to draw this for you here. I think it's so important here. We have 06, okay, top of the bodies there, towards the 08 area, somewhere here. Right there. Now, that area there in particular is very, it's going to be level of support. I mean, look how much candles got denied and stuck and then turned into support there. So, of course, today I was thinking, well, if we can hold that top of range there, we likelihood will, get a bounce from. I'm not saying this is going to be the end of the pullback, right? Or this dump to the downside, guys. This could be a lot more. There's still a lot more in the tank here, but rather it's a key level where we kind of could get a potential bounce from, right? There's enough support here. I'm talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days worth of price action, arguably 7 here. So that's how you want to get a level, right? Like that's where you want to have your levels plotted there. You don't want to just come here and be like, yeah, I see support, at like, I don't know, whatever. The point is you need to look at a big time frame. So going into today, we are breaking down. And like I mentioned before, it's nice to see that we're breaking down because that tells us that we can show resistance. It's assuming, of course, that the bulls are not just going to come here and then flip this thing green and this was a giant trap. But then if that does happen, we'll be ready for that. I'm going to be ready for it. It's going to be, pretty predictable, I would say, at that point. Because price is going to tell us. It's going to break right through resistances. So today's simple. We have resistance at 28 and I would say 31. So if we can get up there to that 28.31, I might be looking for a short. There is a gap to be filled at 58.45. But the problem is to go fill that gap, we need to overtake this 28.31 area. So I would argue that unless you're long from 06, 08, or of course at the lows here, there's really nothing to be doing here because we could very easily kind of fall here. That makes sense. $92. Yes. All right, we'll see what type of action we get at open. It's very interesting day at least. We are selling for once. Thank you. Oh my gosh. At least we're doing that. When we sell, it's so much better. Market tends to give a lot better options to like short, to go long. Whereas when we're just slowly gliding higher and going up and up and up, I just walk away when the market's like that and I miss my entry. It's no point. But when we're selling, I know that right now we're selling. We can easily pump to that 28. I can probably short that 28 there. If we dump here, I can probably take a long of that 06, 08. And then if we break down 06, 08, I got that 90, 93 area down there, which I can take another long at. So there's more levels that can come into play, is my point. Whereas when we're just going up and up, I'm like, fudge. Okay, we got resistance there. We're going to reclaim. We can take a long there. But it becomes very aggressive and more aggressive and more aggressive and more aggressive. Today is Thursday. That means it's haircut day for me because I can't stand being with long hair. What the hell calls me at this time? Call me at this time. I think at some point next week. I don't know when they do the hour change, but I gotta be careful with it. Because over here I'm 2 hours behind right now, which means I gotta start streaming at 7. And when the hours go back, I think, or forward, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do there. I think it goes forward. Let's see if there's any more earnings for today. This is a lot of earnings this week, so be careful. Understand that there's gonna be earnings, and things that are gonna make the market a little bit more volatile. So we got earnings today, Thursday, October 31st. We have Apple reporting earnings. We have Amazon reporting earnings. We have Apple reporting earnings. So I think that's after market hours. So those are the big ones for today. Then tomorrow, Exxon. Yeah, I mean, I think today's probably the bigger hitter. Yeah. Well, it's good to know about those things, right? Like yesterday, I got into the trade into the afternoon. I didn't even know earnings were was happening. Extra volatility coming in. If there's any numbers or any news that we should be wary of. If we get a pullback to the 08, I will probably take a buy there. I don't know if I'm gonna get it though because we already tested 08 twice, but we'll see. Or better yet, if we break down 08, then we have that 90, 93 area. I like down there. Or we rally and probably take a short at 28. We'll see. So numbers today we have. Europe had a lot of numbers. We had numbers at 8:30. So those we don't got to worry about now. Chicago PMI in 30 minutes. So 9:45 numbers. And then 10:30, which are not that big. So I would say we just got to remember about 9:45. We got big numbers at 9:45. What is this? A lot of scammy people online. A lot of scammers. Gotta watch out. Right. Gotta watch out with the scamming. The scamming, man. Online, it's something else. Well, now you got my plan. I just gotta be waiting. I gotta be patient here. I mean, right now at 14, there's pretty much nothing to do here for me. But what I will say is that 0608, I talked about that at 4:30 yesterday. Should have been long from here. I just had to be awake at 7:20, so that's 4:20 my time. I was sleeping. I woke up again around 3 o'clock, and I'm like, well, what time was it? 3? It must have been 5. Look at that. At 5 o'clock, which would have been 3 o'clock here, price was at 58.04. My spider sense went off again. It's like, wake up, go and place a trade. I've been waking up at 3 in the morning for some reason, always right at 3. And don't get me started with the superstition stuff here, because I'm Spanish. I'm going to tell you that's the devil's hour, you know, the devil's out to do stuff. I'm going to start overthinking about it. All right, let's see if this trend line here is going to work. You know, I don't trade trend lines, but it's always good to be aware of them. And I mean, I don't know. I guess because I traded like this for so long, I just always put it. A lot of the times I'm like, let's do a trend line here. I would argue that you should not be doing trend lines like this. You can, obviously. I mean, a trend line in general for me doesn't work. So you could do it however way you want. Either way, I wouldn't trust it. But I guess what I'm looking at on a big time frame, that's where I do have some level of confidence on a trend line with like a daily chart or an hourly chart. Then, you know, they have a little bit more weight on them. But I would want to see at least this. If I'm drawing trend lines, I need to see it at the beginning or kind of that area, right? And then we have a fake out. I want to see a fake out there. I don't want to see just straight hitting and hitting and hitting. I want to see a real fake out and then basically getting back in line to another continuation with an exact touch. So you basically minimum 2 to 3 touches with one fake out. That's what I like to see. And if those requirements are not met, well, then I would not accept this as a trend line. Maybe something like, I don't know, not even like. But just remember what I'm saying. I think it's more on like an hourly chart, something like that, where I do kind of, you know, observe them a little bit better. But even now, I don't even draw trend lines on my hourly as much. I only have some major ones color coded. Like, look at this right now. This is on the hourly chart, right? So I got this blue one right there. We bounced right from it, literally right to the tick. I can't make this thing up. This trend line goes back, like, look at this. It goes back way back. Way back. Okay, that was the top of a megaphone that we broke out of back in September 18. Well, now it's becoming the bottom of it. Then we have the top of something else up there. Like, it can get pretty wild on my hourly, but I do have some trend lines, like I mentioned here. Not too many, but you can see I do have some. Right now, that one playing out nicely. Buenos dias, Antonio. Buenos dias. This guy's at work and still tuning in. I love it. I appreciate it. Just make sure that I think it was, I don't know if you're still doing the same thing, Windows, right? I think it was Windows installation or something like that you were doing. Make sure those windows are straight. So I would take a short just at around 28. I'm not really in love with shorting here right now. And I'm not really in love with buying it either. So I'm gonna have to be patient today. We'll see what happens at market open. We're gonna do the crystal ball indicator. Let's see if this sell-off is gonna continue and actually have some legs, not just another good old sell with a good old pump. All right. Well, I guess first question is ES going to recover, fill the gap at 58.45? This would be a very bullish picture if we do this, obviously. So not really. Right. We gotta respect the crystal ball. It wasn't entirely wrong yesterday either, and it's been doing its job recently. So today it's basically saying we are not gonna fill the gap and pump. All right, right. So if we're not gonna do that, crystal ball, are we going to break down 808? Yeah. And 806 and trend lower. Find out what the crystal ball's got in store for us. Rather no. Okay. Then the last question I'm gonna ask it before I don't have confidence in what it's saying is ES going to chop above 808, 804, and below 58, 58, 31. These are very specific levels. You gotta ask the crystal ball specific questions to get a specific answer. So are we gonna chop in between that range today? A very simple question. Rather no. All right, this thing, I don't know. You I don't know. She's got no opinion on what price is doing today, basically. So nada. Don't trust it today. She doesn't think we're gonna break down. She doesn't think we're gonna pump. She doesn't think we're gonna chop. So she's probably taking a day off today. She wants to take a day off. Hey, she's allowed a day off, right? I mean, she's nailed a couple of days, I think, already this week. So she's made enough money. She wants no piece of this. All right, I did talk about 08, 04, 06, 08, but I gotta be cautious here. It's already kind of used up. You can see we had already like 3 bounces at 6:56 p.m. Sorry, a.m. 1, 2, 3. I mean, it could work again, of course, but every single time we come down to this, it is riskier and riskier. It's not the first time. If it was the first time, yes, I would have taken it off the bat. Since I think we have a chance to break, hold under 5,800. Honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards the same thing. That's why I'm kind of worried longing down here. Even though right now it's ducking working a little bit. But I do think we're going to probably break down. This is where the trading and a game plan kind of come and meet and they fight each other, because I know above 08 I can take a long. I didn't take it right now. I would have been already in the green, but no. Something's telling me we're probably going to break down. So I got emotions like any other human being. And if we are going to break down, you know what I mean? Like, why am I going to try to long this thing right now? It's tricky. We're in a tricky spot. I would argue this is the only long here, right after here. If I was awake, obviously, right? I mean, there's different ways to play this, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna sit tight and, you know, let price kind of guide me. If I was gonna long, it had to be out of weight there. Which so far it wouldn't have been a bad long actually. I mean, would have had my stop at break even. Worst comes to worst, I break even, right? But see, like this is where I find that I don't like breaking even. So I would have probably committed to the trade and I would have taken the loss if, you know, we did end up selling down. So I'll pass on this one for now. I want to see how the market opens on up. We do have a big gap to fill to the upside. So hopefully we can probably trap to the downside and yeah. And just thinking about this trend line here excites me because I know that everybody's got this trend line, right? So they're going to want to be shorting right at the break of that trend line. We'll see. Maybe if we can kind of trap, take out all these longs and then come back up. Got about a minute and a half to market opens on up. The only level of support here is 08, 06, which is exactly where we just bounced from to the tick. Literally to the tick. I can, you know, this is what I love about this. Like, it's right there. 08. Undisputed price. 08. But it is pretty weak. And with that kind of sell off overnight, if we are distributing, this is not it. After 13 days of congestion, if we're selling down, this thing's gonna selling down. You know what I mean? Like this is the beginning of it. Could be a gap and go. Let's see. We'll see. It is interesting though. As long as we don't chop it open, I'm happy, honestly, because a lot of the times with these type of moves, you kind of chop, and it worries me. All right, so far we're coming back down. We're breaking it. Like I said, I don't trust the level that we are already bouncing from 3, 4, 5 times. As the same time, the market is basically indicating very clearly that it's downtrending right now. So the first time, second time, fine. You're okay longing a level of support. The third, the fourth, not so good. We got 5 seconds till the market opens on up. Get ready. I'm going to be exercising patience. We are trying to bounce off this level of support here, but I do not trust it right now. So we got the nice trend line break there. That's interesting to see what they're going to do here. If they're going to sell it, I hope they just waterfall because I don't want to get fooled into taking a long as well. So just sell it. All right, I'm going to be watching price at this 5,800 here and 90.92, as you already know. Again, I'm not going to long this right away. We got to exercise some common sense because it's, you know, it's waterfalling. So if we can hit like 97 and pop back above 98, I will probably be it would be an aggressive long, yes, but I will probably try it out. Because I like at that point the idea of seeing all those lows getting flushed. Pretty healthy amount. I like the idea of seeing these lows flush here and then reclaim these lows. I would not take a bounce play from here. Like I wouldn't just long here because there's support there. I would need to see them taken out. Know what I mean? All right, there we go. 97 almost. That kind of, we're almost there. This is an aggressive long though. Keep in mind, like, you know, I'm probably one of the only people that would be willing to take that long if we do pop back above. If we just break right through, I got the next level down there, so I'll be just waiting. All right, we're breaking down, so no long yet. What a nice sell-off, though. Talk about a sell-off, though. All right, come on. Let's get down to the 92. Yes, let's go down to the 92. Pretty please. Don't pop now. Don't pop now. You still have more in the tank, yes. But that trend line break up there, so far in this type of market, working pretty nicely. I don't trade like that, but I mean, like I said, I just like to see them. I like to know that they're there. This is the first day we're selling out of a 13-day congestion zone. So, all right, we got down to 95. We're popping back above 97, but I think there's still probably some more downside here. I'll be willing to take a bit of that 92-90 level down here. If we can get down here, I do like it. It's Thursday. I like it. Need a haircut. Gotta fix my beard. It's getting long now. Over here it's hot during the day. I don't like having long hair. All right, we're coming down to that 92 level. Let's exercise some, some caution and patience here, but. And of course, you don't, I'm thinking on the long side here at the next level of support, but this is a waterfall so far. You could have chased short there and it would have still worked. But me, I always look the other way. For visual purposes, I know that it's probably a little bit difficult to see there, but I will draw this box here for visual purposes. I'm trying to long down here. Come on, don't pop back above 58 ES, please. Don't do this, man. If we get back above that 58, reclaim these lows here. It can be interesting for a long. It's a very risky one, but it could potentially work. See. The shorts were saliva in the 30 break. You did mention that, buddy. That had me cracked up. At first, when I skimmed through it, I don't know if I wasn't home. I skimmed through that message you sent, and then I really took it in. I'm like, they're saliving the 30 break. I'm like, this guy, the imagination on this guy. All right, we're reclaiming 5,800. We're reclaiming those lows right there. This is a very aggressive long here, but I want to see that candle close above 5,800. Trying to. Got 25 seconds left. Oh, man, I want to long this right away, but I need to wait for some confirmation. Be patient. Trying to find a good balance between, confirmation and just fucking jumping in. All right. Not the best of fills there, but I'm going to give this a shot. Don't follow me into trades, by the way. I'm the one who's the crazy wanting to long here, but see if they can do it, if they can pull it off. They can reclaim these lows. It will be interesting. Or else we go to the 92, 90 area, which is fine with me. My entry should have been right at the 80. 5,800, I mean, sorry. Instead, I got in long, a little bit impatient. 5801.25 there. It's all on this level here. We can reclaim these lows. It will be an interesting pop. That's always the question, though. If, right? Today, we backtested right to 58. You can see this, the little prick. So this is right there. You see that 5,800? Right to the tick. This is why it's important to wait for that confirmation, right? And we are getting it right there. But like I said, I'm trying to find a good balance between it all, because sometimes if I don't hop on in, the choo-choo train leaves me. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, Fuck. All right, if we can reclaim that 06, 08, that would be the that would be the best. But reminder, it is resistance now. In a balanced market, this will take us lower. Oh my god, we're squeezing. Can we go through it? This is resistance. We must acknowledge it. If you hold through this and it comes back on lower, it's not that the trade didn't work, it's that you didn't take profit. I'm gonna let this thing be. If we can pop right through that 06, 08, I'm gonna be a very happy camper right now. And that's why I always look the other way. When the sells come in, I love it. This could be a potential short there. Remember, this is resistance now. Now it becomes a game between 5,800 and 5,806. One of them's got to go. And I'm hoping it's 06. So like that, we can head back on up. But we must acknowledge that it is resistance, right? Like, don't be in shock if we come back 5,800 and we break down. Like, you know, don't be in shock. But I'm gonna hold through this. I got my stop right where I need it to be, and yeah, I'm looking for that reclaim of 06, 08. Can get popping right through that. Some nice potential here. See. Like I said, it becomes a game of 5,800 and 5,806 now. You can see right now we basically got the dip all the way back to 5,801. My interest should be 5,800, but come on, don't break down 5,800. Now let's get popping right through that 06. I think we go through 06, we can easily get to that 14 level. But we got stuck right on cue. Look at it. This is what I mean by a balanced market. You can take that short there. Right there. But right now, we're still holding up 5,800 for now. You can see how we're bouncing. You see how we're creating this game of ping pong here between these two levels? We're basically bouncing back and forth now, creating what I call that a game of ping pong there. Right between 06 and 5,800. We haven't seen this in a while, actually. I haven't, because the fucking market just keeps going up all the time. But we'll see right now. Someone's going to be right. Short-term trend says lower. We'll see. Come on, break 06, baby. Break 06. This is what I love. This is why I kind of jumped in long here. My reason for it was we flushed these lows from overnight. You can see this. We're set back in 4:30 in the morning this morning. We flushed them. We take back that level. It's an aggressive long, as I mentioned, but I mean it's still a trap. It's still a liquidity grab. So far playing out, but I need to see some more momentum on this. Come on, let's just break right through that. We break through 06. I think we got potential to squeeze right through here, but we'll see. This is what I mean by committing to that trade. Imagine I had gone break even. Look at that. I would have been taken out already. And then price would have been looking like we want to squeeze. So that's why I don't like break evens. I commit to that goddamn trade. No, I'll take those words back. Those are bad words. Damn is to curse. I don't want to curse my own trade. It's getting tight. It's gonna break out of this soon. I just hope it's to the upside, not to the downside. But price is congesting here right now. Like I said, don't be upset, don't be mad if this thing fails to the downside. Short-term trend is pointing lower, but I'm just not really willing to short here right now. I like the setup I see right now better to the long side. I mean, I could go break even, right? But nah, that's boring. We got numbers in 2 minutes, by the way. I totally kind of almost forgot. So we do have numbers coming in 2 minutes. Don't forget. The restart number, so it will introduce volatility. Maybe that's the gas that we need to head back on up. We'll see. Patrick Whelan already up 17 by the man's a G. What can I say? I do know who he is. I do follow him as well, and I actually, well, I mean, when I started trading, I was, I watched people, and I also, how do I say it? Like, I know about traders online. It's not that I don't, right? But when I did start watching him, which was a long time ago, it's all in the process, right? The trading journey of everybody. Don't be comparing yourself to him. I try not to. I don't, obviously, but I think that's where the mistake comes in. Putting up big numbers and then newer traders looking at it thinking that you can do the same. You know what I mean? Like, it takes time. When he started, I remember him, and this is not to criticize him. I like him. Yeah, I got nothing against him. It's all part of the journey, right? You're gonna be making $500, $1,000 a day, then you can add on another account. It gets exciting as you get more confidence and stuff like that, right? So, and not just more confidence, but as you also start making more money as well, because the guy tells us that he blows up a lot of accounts, and that a lot of accounts is a lot of money as well. He's a G though. I like him. $1,700 across 20 accounts. What a good for him. And she broke down to the downside. She's still continuing to the downside. I could have gone break even there. The numbers came out. Like I said, the numbers were coming out at 945. It's introducing this volatility right now, but yeah, it's an aggressive long there, as I mentioned. Maybe today we're not going to get a pop. Fatali. The numbers introducing a lot of volatility. Look at that. To the right, to the downside. Got stuck right at 06 today. Could be a day where the shorts are going to probably play off better. I like to see more evidence that the shorts play out. So, like, that's obviously one, right? You got right back testing the 06. Number. Market should continue to looking like it right now. Today wouldn't have been a bad day to take that break even there right afterward. Got right to the 06. 6 points on that trade. Nada. All right, we got next level of support here at 90.92. I'll be watching for a trap down there. If we can trap, that would be the best. I don't want to just bid this thing dead on. Come on down, B. Come on down. Still got more left in sell here. All right, we've hit 92. Perfect. Can we hit a little bit lower, please? Right? All right, all right. They break down this level. I'm not touching longs for a while, but this is the last level I'm willing to trade if we can trap here. If we waterfall right through it, I'm not, obviously, but I'm going to take one here. Not the greatest fill, but I should have waited for some confirmation. Fudge. Should have had that candle closed up there, but 86 as well. All right, they're selling it. Can't really argue with the trend, short-term trend for now. I thought that 90 would probably hold, but no, it's not holding. You guys are right looking at the bearish side. Don't, like I said, don't copy me today. Don't, no. I mean, in fact, never, but wow, look at that. They are selling this hard. Should have been short of that 06. Oof, what a waterfall. That's Niagara Falls. Holy shit. That's amazing. I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna be patient, but believe it or not, I'm still looking at a ducking long as long as we can hit the next level of support. But wow. Today's a good day to kind of see the what starting yesterday really. We can see how resistances work or when a balanced market. They work really nice. Now it's not really a balanced market. Now we're just selling right through all these levels. Like I mentioned, 13 days of consolidating inside of this range is going to create a big move. Look at that candle right now we're printing. This is the daily candle here. So far, pretty nice red day. I gotta say, red. Very nice, obviously. I still look for longs on, well, obviously today. That 06 short, that was the entry to the short side there. I just don't like anticipating, like, you know, that we are breaking down. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see evidence. Obviously, this is pure evidence that we're breaking down, but that trend line break today, my goodness. Well, after 14 days of congesting and finally selling, I mean, Even a FOMO short works right now. You guys were right, feeling bearish about this move. Like I said, I think I'm the only one looking for the long here. Watch, today not playing out nice. But you'd be surprised because a lot of the times these sells here, they don't end up like this. Well, majority of the time, they don't. We are putting in the largest red day right now. The past, where are we? We're down 1.16. This is the largest red day we are currently having since back in September 6th. So the bears are enjoying it right now. Just a straight waterfall to the downside right now. I stuck with the longs, but could have stayed with the shorts. We were feeling bearish, but nah. The Bulls have a long way to go before they take back control now. Long way to go. Their best hope right now is to put in a trap at the 79 level down here. We'll see if they can do it. If they can trap below 79, maybe towards a 77, take back 79, I would try that last long there. Yes, I know how it sounds, looking for another long, but dollar showing still a lot of strength. Should have listened to the chat today. You guys were bearish on this thing. Should have been short 06. It was, I mean, at 06. Fuck. I thought we were going to probably pop through that and, you know, look for that potential gap fill there, but 06 worked beautifully today. But I know how this ends, so that I'm sticking to the long side. This always ends in a short squeeze. In fact, if we sell even further today, I mean, it's welcome and I hope so, but I gotta be honest with you. I think it's gonna end in the same routine. We have the daily chart pulled up here. I was looking for a long at around 79, which would put me right on top of these candles here. Right here. I think this thing probably from that level could have bounced. We'll see. I don't know. If we break down below there, then there's a bit more of an argument towards heading to the downside here. But the pullback is welcome, put it like that. But in big case trend, we're still simply trending higher. And this ends in a short squeeze. So I'm not going to be surprised, you know, when the squeeze comes in, because it always ends in the same way. The problem today is that it was a very nice sell, you know, it's the largest red day since September, what was it, 6, right? So I'm just not here sitting down waiting, expecting for that this is going to be The largest red day in over 2 months or a month and a half, right? Typically, one bounce is enough. Exactly. There's opportunity both ways. I'm not stressed. 92, right from that entry there, acting as resistance now. You can see how this becomes resistance. Beautiful. This is support. We just got denied right from it. Support, resistance. Resistance, support. I just don't like playing the shorts too much. I'm not all that aggressive on shorts. This thing's still on sell mode. NQ looks like it wants to break those lows. Perhaps it could be adjusting towards shorting, but I don't remember. Your plan was pretty sweet on Sunday, man. Should have been short. I'm pretty sure I remember it. You gotta follow that plan, man. You would have been laughing here right now. From the beginning of the week. There's the free Discord community link posted up in the chat just now. If you're interested, it is an entirely free community there. We do talk about support resistance ideas. And of course, if you don't trade support resistance, you want to bring your own take, you're more than welcome to. It's a free community. You know, the first couple of times I did that, I thought I sounded like an infomercial. I sound exactly like those people from TV. Except I'm not selling you really anything, but which is worse because I'm but I got used to it now. Now I'm like, whatever, I'll do my infomercial. $92 resistance there now. Could have been a nice short from right there. I would say adapting to like when the short when Like when we're dumping like this, I find myself like a snail pace in terms of wanting to shift my way of thinking, because problem is I already know once I start looking for a short, it's gonna fucking pump. You know what I mean? This market, you cannot discount anything from it. Like, yes, as sweet as this sell looks, this is the largest red day we are having since September 6th or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, usually we get a lot smaller days. We bounce from support, first level of support down. If we even test the first level of support, and then just squeeze right back up. But today, I got to give it up to the Bears. The Bears have done their job so far. I got 2 trades in, both 3-point stops. And this is why stops are beautiful. You need to have them. I think the first trade I did was kind of unnecessary to get stopped out, I'll be honest. But in the second one, I was a little bit impatient. There's a lot to kind of take in on my end here. All right, we're still breaking down. I'm watching that 79. If we can get down there, maybe test like 77, pop back above 79, that would be kind of the best for me in terms of a setup. And of course, if the Bears want to take it deeper and lower, and then that won't work. But there's no way I'm shorting this 84 here. Let the Bears have some fun, okay? They haven't had any fun for a while, so. Besides some of the choppy days where we were chopping. But in general. I want to remind you, this is what the weekly chart looks like. So, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, 6 weeks green. We are trying the second week in a row red. If we can pull it off. Check it. All the gains, everything back at 4 p.m. Yep. The Bulls dropped the ball on Friday. I think since Friday. Kind of dropped it a little bit there, but. All right, we're coming on to that 79. Let's see if I can get filled right after a drop to the 77. I don't want to bid this level dead on because of how aggressive the sell is, right? However, on a normal day, I think I would have bid it dead on directly. I want to see if we can flush it, though. You might be like, well, why? Why try the long? It's support. I got to take the long here. On a day where we're selling, I can test different levels of support. On a day where we're like in a 15-point range, you know what I mean? It's only one trade and I'm over and done with. So today, it's requiring a little bit more from me. All right, we got 79 down there. I'm watching for a potential dip below that level. And a reclaim of 79. I could bid it dead on, but I already tried that at 92, right? And it didn't quite end up well, but so that's why I'm adjusting a little bit, being more careful on the long side. But this is a long area for me. Come on, sell a little bit deeper, man. We got to 79.25. Uh-oh. See a trap. Don't just squeeze yet. Come on. Don't do this. Don't do the inevitable yet. Wait. Let's wait for it. You guys think I'm wrong looking for a long, tell me. Say it. Not gonna be mad. I appreciate pretty much all the comments there, but if you guys are feeling bearish on this, and if you're not short, where would you short? I don't know. I like looking at the other way. Gonna wait for a trap. Maybe if we can dip to that 77, reclaim 79, I'll be long again. For my third trade of the day. Maybe third time's the charm. Let's see. I have been doing pretty good with my trades in general. I've been trading twice a day. 3-point stops, obviously. Just yesterday I had one of a 5-point. But in general, like I like the idea of getting down to 2 trades per day. 2, 3 max. You know what I mean? Like that's already too much for me. It's over trading. But 2 is a sweet spot I like. I want to trade less. You know what I mean? Like less. Less is more. No agua. I need agua. All right, come on, ES. Let's do a nice trap to the downside here. Let's reverse this move, or at least let's put in a nice pump, and then you can sell, and that's kind of it. I like that idea. Tomorrow is Fresh Cash Friday, by the way. If you don't have a lucky shirt, go pick one up. I love Fridays, especially ending green. It's an amazing, beautiful thing. Not because it's Friday, and I'm just looking forward to the weekend. I mean, that's part of it, but 2 is that I don't know, just as long as you're green on Friday and you're green on the week, I love it. You know what I mean? Like there's no better feeling than that. 79 acting again as some level of support here, but not really trusting this right now. I need to see some type of trap to the downside, because with this type of sell-off, we're gonna need a trap. There's no kind of negotiating that. That's the only way that this reverses. Either a trap to the downside or a reclaim of our resistance, which would be high up there. All right, we're getting down to 77. Oh, man, would like a little bit deeper on this sell here. 27. All right, that's enough now. If we take back 79, oof, they're breaking it. Nada. They broke it. You know what I mean? I cannot expect it to break, but I guess I cannot expect it to hold either. So price is king. They broke it down. I must wait till the next level now. More patience and more selling. The shorts today are working so beautiful. I applaud anybody that was short at the 06 or anywhere at the top, really. There's a couple people in the chat that were feeling bearish. And so was I, but it took that long. Price is king, baby. Price is king. It just broke right through that 79. Unreal. 79 broke like butter. It cut right through it. And they're still going. The bears have showed up. I think they're getting pissed off with my thumbnail pictures. I always paint them in like these little teddy bears. They're pissed off with me. They're like, oh yeah, long another level of support, Leo. Long it. I want to see you long it. And then boom, they dump it right on me. That's what you get. That's what they're saying to me today. Don't worry, little bull. Don't worry. We're going to catch that pump. They don't know what's coming. The pump. Don't worry, little bull. Got a nice little trap below 74 here, but I'm not really in love with that one yet. What happens if we take back 79 here? Take it back. 79. 70. Drop. A little larger than usual, but below that level. 658. They take back 79. This be a little larger trap than usual, but nonetheless, a good work. See, 79 right now is going to be acting up as resistance. If they take back 79, it'd be aggressive, but we're there right now. 79 acting up as resistance as expected. You can see that we back tested right exactly to that 79 right now. There's two ways of looking at this, right? I could have entered a short at 79, but you know I'm probably not going to do that. We can reclaim that level. I'm interested on the long side here. But I don't want to get wicked out here. I gotta try it. I'm gonna try this one time. Gotta try. We can take back this level. It could be the beginning of the pop. Don't ding me out of this thing. Just go. Hold that. Ducking 79 now. Squeeze, baby. Squeeze. Squeeze, baby. Squeeze. There we go. We're pumping now. There we go, baby. There we fucking go. Can't get denied here. We gotta go, 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 go. We gotta test back that 90-92 minimum. Come on, don't get stuck here, man. Remember, it looks like we're in a good balanced market, so resistance could be working at any point here. But we got to get through that 86 to backtest 90 right now. Come on. Come on, baby. Come fucking on. Come on, man. Don't get stuck here. We need some more momentum here. We cannot be slowing down. We do not want this thing nowhere near back my entry. That is not what I want to see. I want to see this thing rally. We got to test that 90, 92 level right now for the bulls to have some type of chance, I guess, at like maybe stopping the bleeding down here right now. Or else this red day continues on and so forth, right? But come on, baby. Let's go. Don't get stuck at this. What's 86? 86 is nothing. Nothing. We don't care about 86, right? No, we don't. We do not. Well, I'm holding. Look, I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna tell you a little story while this thing decides to pump. So I was getting a haircut last week, and there was this little kid that was selling these little things. It's like keychains, right? So he's selling them for $1. He's selling them for $1, and I'm there like, no, I don't want at first, because like the thing here is that there's a lot of people obviously in need. There's a lot of people that don't have a lot of money. It's a poor country, right? But I try to help out as much as I can. You know what I mean? I do have a good heart. Like, I do think that I try to give, but like, you can't really give to everybody. You know what I mean? And I'm like, if I just leave this door, I can easily give like $20, right? But then it's like $20 a day. You do the math, right? Or whatever. It just, you can give a lot of money here, right? There's a lot of people in need. But that's why I'm like, goodness. Anyways, then he leaves, he comes back, he leaves, he comes back like 3 times. It's like, I'm selling keychains. And I'm like, all right, I'll buy. So I bought one from this guy to complete my collection, because I bought some other keychains from some other, I think, kid. So I already have like, I don't know, a lot of them. I'm collecting all the Marvel characters now. Thought it was a cool story to tell you. Hustlers, okay? These guys, they don't ask you for money. They do is like, no, they don't really ask. Unless they're like with no legs, or no arms or something like that, then they might be sitting there asking. But typically it's always people selling things, like little kids selling candies. They're selling almost anything. Anything you can imagine, they're selling. And then you start to kind of feel bad here. All right, come on, yes. Don't get denied right at this 86. This is the Bulls. This is the shot for the Bulls, man. This is it. They got the trapped a little bit to the downside right now, below that 79. We need to get pumping to that 92. If we can back test 92, I'll be happy at least with that. But right now, this kind of rally fading down, not good. Come on, don't fade this move back on down, man. Ingest here and then rally. Ingest, rally. If it fails again, don't be upset. You know what I mean? We are in a pretty downward trend right now. Come on. Let's just freaking go towards that 92, 90. Got stuck right at 86. Come on. I don't know if they're going to break the low. It might just get dinged here. I hope not. As long as they hold 79, I'm happy. Come on. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's break that freaking 86 and let's back this 92. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Don't be mean. Made some money on the downside. Good job. I didn't short anything. Good job. You spotted it. You got some money. You know what? Stay green. Once green, stay green. Walk away. Feel happy because as easy as this looked, as easy as that sell was, I couldn't pull the trigger on the short. You know what I mean? Like it was a little bit difficult for me. But if you did it, I applaud you. Come on, man. Let's get this pump. Let's get it. Come on. Pump, baby. Pump. I want to add into this as well. If we can push to that 86, I'm adding. But, now, kind of congesting here. On bulls, come back in. Yeah, next time. That's it. See, walking away with the green. I like it. We'll be back here for Friday. Fresh Cash Friday. Tomorrow, wear your lucky shirt. If you don't have one, buy one. Find your lucky color. I don't know. I'm superstitious like that. You don't have to, but I don't know. I don't think it's a bad idea. Come on, let's get this pump here. Come on. Can we pump? Don't fade on down. Are we really going to have the biggest red day in like months? I don't think so. I think we can pump from here, bulls. Come on. Let me rub this guy for some good luck. Come on. Let's squeeze the goddamn 92, please. Let's go to the 92. Come on, man. I was worried if this thing wants to pull back and then take me out. Fuck, that's gonna suck. Hitting 79 again. Hold 79. Come on. Do this. Might be early. They might want to break the lows and then basically go. I kind of seen this picture already. Do this. Well, I gotta take breaks. All right, that's it. I'm done for today. It doesn't want to go. It's probably gonna break these lows and basically, I don't know. We'll see. My stop should have been down here, but it's too big of a stop for me. No pump. All right, 3 for 3. I'm done. Could have gone break even there, but I don't like break evens. I despise them, honestly. I'd rather eat the loss. I'm not changing it. I could have gone break even, maybe taken profit up here, but watch that. I don't like break even. We are having a very nice red day, I gotta tell you. We are in for an even deeper red day than I thought. We are now officially down 1.33 on the day, percent-wise, which is in line with September 6th. Well, I mean, it could have reversed from there, but because they always come like this, right? With these little scoops, little things like that. These little traps there, but like I said, on a day where we're trending this massive low, I mean, traps do fail, and this is what it is. We're trending lower. Elevator down. 15-minute chart looks amazing. If you short it up there, I applaud you. But yeah, I'm definitely done. I'm not gonna be pushing my longs here. There's no point. We're selling. We're selling. Tomorrow is another day for sure. So today is one day. Tomorrow is another. I don't think this thing will continue on like this for tomorrow as well. We will have other levels of support we can potentially be bidding, and I think they can play up nicely tomorrow. Today they're testing, grabbing liquidity to the downside today. What a nice red day, though. Shorting was the right way to go here. Even here at that 86, we got stuck right there. It's not that I don't see the short, it's that I choose not to take the short. For some reason, I'm choosing not to take the short. Today's short city, Leo. Come on. I'm always anticipating for these because I'm like, all right, next time I'm going to grab this fucking short. And I'm going to stay short because I know you can stay short for a long, long time, right? Never. Never quite grab it. Chasing the butterfly. All right, it's 10:30. It's about usual where I end the stream, so I'm going to walk away. The sell got to me. The bears got to me. Maybe this week they'll be forgiven with a little teddy bear picture. Maybe I'll put a more aggressive one for next week. We'll see. So I'm done. Thank you all for tuning in. Tomorrow is going to be Fresh Cash Friday. And of course, be wearing your lucky shirt because it's always nice to be green on a Friday. I'm going to walk away now. Do the smart thing. Yeah.